After years of testing and reviewing AI video generators, I finally found the one that actually does it all. The reason I say this is because the tool I'm about to show you today, Invideo AI, not only gives you access to every major AI video generator and template you could possibly need, it also lets you create full-length videos up to 10 minutes long from just one prompt. Just imagine what that means. If you're a creator, that's an entire YouTube video made automatically in minutes. Or if you're a business owner, then you can get ads, explainer videos, and social media content generated in minutes without hiring an agency or doing everything yourself. But I get it, committing to a new tool and spending hours learning it can feel like a risk. That's why in this video, I'll give you a full, honest walkthrough of what Invideo AI can actually do. I'll show every important feature, the use cases that matter most, and by the end, you'll know whether this tool really deserves to replace your entire video workflow. If you want to follow along, I'll leave a link for Invideo in the description below. When you first log into Invideo AI, this is the home page you'll see. Up here, you have two main options: create AI videos and agents and models. We'll go through both, but let's start with creating AI videos. So this is basically your main area for creating anything video related. In the top left, you have your model selection menu. I'd recommend sticking with the highest one, which is version 4.0 right now. That's the most advanced and it gives you the best results. Right under that, you can type in your idea or topic for the video. You can even include a language preference or paste in an entire script if you already have one. There's also a section here called AI Twins. This is where you can actually create your own AI persona. I like using it to make quick videos where I don't need to be on camera, but still want it to look and sound like me. Below here, you can also see a ton of presets that are super useful if you are planning to use this tool to its full potential. The one that I use most is the one called Workflows. This is actually my favorite part of the whole platform because it saves me so much time. Instead of having to start a project from scratch, I can just choose a workflow and it's ready to go. This one is super powerful and we'll get into this in just a second, but first let's check out some other features. Down at the bottom, you have your agents and models, which we'll get back to later. But if you look over to the right side, you'll see the Explore section. This part is super useful because it shows you all the current trends, prompts, and ideas that are performing well right now. This is one of the parts I use a lot, and I really like it because it saves me the hassle of coming up with ideas myself. It also shows me what's actually popular right now, which makes creating relevant content a lot easier. For example, this video here shows perfectly how you can build a full ad directly on the platform. Now let's go back to agents and models. This section lets you pick individual models to create with. So for example, if I choose Sora 2 Pro, I can start a new project using only that model. Once I click on it, I can now use it as a normal AI video generation model. Now let me click on this Trends button here and select one of the ones that are available. I'm gonna go with Make Me a Zombie, and then I'll finish the prompt with Walk me into a shop and scare away the customers. Then I'll upload a picture and click Generate. And as you can see, it creates this really cool result. I use this feature quite a bit, and it always gives me consistent results. And the preset that we used makes the process of prompting the model very easy. But honestly, the most useful part is still inside the AI videos section, and that's the Workflows feature. When I click here, you'll see it gives a list of different video types. If I scroll through, there are categories like faceless videos, top picks, ads and marketing, and animation videos. Basically, what this does is it gives you pre-made templates that you can edit just a bit to create your own video without having to start from scratch. I like this because it makes things simple. I don't have to spend time setting everything up from zero. I just adjust what's already there and move on. So if I go back to Workflows, I can select an explainer video, and here you can actually choose a 10-minute format made specifically for YouTube. For this one, I'll type my topic as a video explaining how someone would learn to fly a plane. I can also add any extra information or opinions that I want the video to include. This is the kind of spot where it's really handy to use ChatGPT for help. So I'll open a new ChatGPT window and ask it to give me 10 tips on how to learn to fly a plane. It instantly gives me a solid list, and I'll just copy and paste those tips straight into Invideo AI. Next, I'll choose my background music. For this, I'll go with something slow and relaxing. Then I'll fill in the rest of the usual settings and click proceed. After that, I'll generate the video. Now let's take a look at what it made.
Have you ever looked up at a plane soaring through the sky and wondered what it would be like to be in control of that aircraft? Learning to fly isn't just a dream reserved for the few. It's an achievable goal that thousands of people accomplish every year. Today I'm going to walk you through the complete roadmap from absolute beginner to licensed pilot, covering the 10 essential steps that will take you from ground school to your first solo flight and beyond.
As you can see, it produced the full 10-minute video, which is honestly incredible. With most other video generators, you'd have to create well over 100 smaller clips, edit them all together, and then add your own voiceovers on top. It's a lot of work, but here, Invideo AI just does all of that instantly for you. Not only that, the voice quality is surprisingly natural, and the B-roll it picks matches perfectly with the narration. It's using some of the best video models available right now, so the overall result feels polished and professional, and it's all done automatically. I've tested plenty of AI tools, and none of them get this level of quality without extra editing. Now that you've seen how it handles a long format explainer, let me show you how it performs on something much shorter and more cinematic. I'll go with a short ad video. So I click on that, and now I can set how long I want it to be. I'll choose 30 seconds, I'll keep the pace on fast, and I'll set the platform to Instagram. Now I can type in my topic. I'll just write an ad for a fragrance bottle made by Nano. Then I can add some details, like background music. I'll go with something musky and relaxed. For language, I'll choose English. I'll skip subtitles since I don't want any. For the voice, I'll pick a male voice with a clear American accent. Then there's an option to include or remove a watermark. This is where you could add your logo if you wanted to. I usually add mine since it makes the project look finished and branded, but it's nice that I can turn it off if I'm just testing something. Finally, I can pick between using stock footage or fully generated footage. Stock will pull from Invideo's built-in library, while generated means it creates original clips with AI. I want this one to be fully AI generated, so I'll select that. After that, I'll click proceed. It automatically creates the prompt based on everything I just selected, which saves a ton of time compared to writing the whole thing yourself. It basically builds the full setup for you. Once everything looks good, I just hit generate. It takes a moment to analyze everything, and then it asks a few follow-up questions. It'll confirm the platform and duration, ask if I want to include a logo, and then it'll ask for the media type. Here's where you want to make sure you're selecting the Ultra option. That's the one that uses the top tier models, like Google VO 3.1 and Sora 2, to generate every single clip. The result you get is super high quality and easily comparable to what you'd get from a professional editing team. Now I'm just going to pick Ultra and generate the video, and then I'll show you exactly what it creates.
In the shadows of desire lies Black Afghano by Nano, an intoxicating blend crafted by the nose himself. This isn't just fragrance, it's forbidden luxury in a bottle.
And as you can see, the result looks really impressive. I just love how realistic the fragrance bottle looks. Even though I didn't attach any images or describe how the bottle should look, it still managed to match the real thing almost perfectly. That's one of the things I appreciate most about this tool. It understands what you mean, even if you don't describe every detail. That alone is incredible right out of the gate. Of course, it's not completely perfect, and you'll probably want to make a few small edits here and there. That's where one of Invideo's most powerful features really comes in handy. To make any edits inside the video you've created, you just click on this button in the middle, and it'll open up the editing field. Here, you can make any adjustments you want to prompt. For example, I don't really want subtitles in this video, so I'll just type remove all subtitles and click generate. And as you can see, in just a few seconds, it removes all the subtitles while keeping the video completely intact. This is also where you can just type something like change it to Spanish, and the video narration will be translated.
Sombras del deseo, yace Black Afghano de Nano. Una mezcla embriagadora creada por el nariz en persona.
Now let's say there's a specific clip that doesn't quite fit, or you just want to replace it. You can click on the edit button, and it'll give you options for what part you want to change: media, music, script, or settings. Under script, you can edit or rewrite certain lines if you want. Though in this case, I actually think the script came out really well, so I'll leave it as is. But if we switch over to media, this is where I can make a few adjustments. Let's say there's a shot I'd like to swap out. I can click on generative media, and from there I can either pick one of the existing generative clips or create a brand new one. I can then choose whether I want to replace the first or second shot with it. You can also delete clips or add more if you want to expand the video. For me, this version looks good enough. Now the last thing I want to show you is that you can also tweak different settings. You can change overlays, add transition presets to control how scenes flow from one to the next, or even adjust the subtitle style if you're using them. You can also add stickers, sound effects, or extra narrators if you want to make the video feel more dynamic. So not only does Invideo AI generate a full video for you automatically, it also gives you complete control to rearrange, fine-tune, and customize every single part of it. That's the biggest reason I keep using it. It's fast when I need quick videos, but still flexible when I want to fine-tune something. You can change almost anything, and that's honestly what makes this tool so powerful. Finally, let's take a closer look at the agents and models section. Here we have a ton of different models we can pick between. with both video and image generation models. They have all the most popular ones like VO3, Sora 2 Pro, and basically every relevant model for image generation. Let's start by generating a couple of images using Seedream. To do that, you want to click on the model and then create a new project. For this one, I'll just call it Subscribe. Then I'll click Create Project. And we now have the ability to use this model to create some photo-related stuff. I'm going to input this prompt over here. Then I'm going to click Generate, and right away, we get a really good result. Now I want to make some changes, and thanks to Nano Banana, I can really easily do that. So I'll just switch the model to Nano Banana, and I'll click on the image, click Attach to Prompt, and then I'm going to write, remove all distracting background elements and leave only the main subject. Clean up any artifacts, stray particles, or unwanted shapes around the edges. Make the entire background uniform and consistent while keeping the subject untouched. Then I'm going to click Send, and now we get back this really cool image of the monster without any extra stuff. What I want to use for video now is Google Veo 3.1, so I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to paste in this prompt. I'm going to keep the settings as is, click here, and let's take a look at the results. The result we get back looks really good, but I think what surprises me even more is just how easy and fast we were able to create this without ever needing to leave the chat window, let alone the tool itself, which is just insanely cool to be able to do thanks to Invideo. So now you've just seen a full walkthrough of what Invideo AI can actually do and all the most important features that come with it. The only question left is whether this tool is the right fit for you. And think that if you're someone who creates videos for clients, for your business, or even just for fun, this tool makes that whole process way easier. You can literally create full videos up to minutes with just a couple of words, edit them with a few instructions, and never have to touch a timeline again. You don't need to switch between 5 different platforms, and you don't need to worry about what model is the newest or best one. It already has all of them built in. So if you're serious about actually using AI to make your workflow faster and better, I really recommend trying out Invideo AI. The plan that I personally use, and the one I'd recommend, is the generative plan. It does start at around $100 a month, and yeah, that might sound like a lot at first, but just think about it. If you were to get separate subscriptions for all the tools that Invideo includes, like Sora 2, Google Veo 3, Kling AI, and a few others, you'd be paying several times that amount every single month. And here, you're getting all of those tools under one roof, plus the templates and the workflows that make this whole process easier and faster. So when you look at it that way, that $100 actually ends up being pretty cheap for what you're getting. If you want to start using Invideo AI for yourself, you can find the link down in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.